Hi guys, I hope you're having a super duper great back day. What? Hi guys, I hope you're having a super duper great day. Welcome back if you're not new, and welcome if you are new. I get so many questions on my TikTok, but also on here, many new subscribers. I thought that I just sit down, answer a lot of questions that I frequently get about my SRS, but also other trans related questions. And if you're not entirely sure what the SRS is, it's the bottom surgery, the big surgery, you know, turning the P into a V. And I had mine like 10 years ago. And the reason why was just to be me, to fully and completely be me. And I have plenty of videos where I talk about my SRS experience, the story time, or just me answering questions. But there are still so many questions left unanswered. So without further ado, let's get into it. So the first question isn't even SRS related. Why aren't you with a trans person yourself? You're always advocating for trans people's right to date. So why aren't you with a trans man? So this is actually a very good question because I haven't seen this question going around. So the reason why I'm not dating a trans man is just I have a boyfriend. I met him pretty straight after transitioning. So I did my transition. It took a few years, and when I was finally done, I met him really soon thereafter, and we started dating. We hit it off and we fell in love, and that's the whole thing. I went on a few dates and none of them were trans, solely based on the fact that I didn't connect with anyone who was trans. I was not searching, like actively searching for a trans man. However, I don't have a problem with trans men. I find plenty of trans men attractive. I don't really have a problem with them. I just haven't met anyone. And now I'm in a committed relationship and we're like engaged. So it would just be weird, me breaking it off to find this mysterious trans man that they're talking about. But if I would be single, no, I wouldn't have an issue dating a trans man. But dating as a trans woman or dating as a trans person in real life is so difficult. And that's why I've partnered with Beducated for Pride Month. To celebrate Pride Month, me and Beducated decided on working together. And if you're not entirely sure what Beducated is a learning platform specifically tailored for education. This platform is indeed amazing and so useful, and that's why I've worked with them before. But honestly, I think that this tool should be offered as a mean to older students in school to learn safe practices, saying no and consent and everything like that. There are so much misinformation out there online. Can be confusing, especially when you're going through puberty, finding yourself. And also I hear from so many different people in the LGBTQ+ community that it can be really difficult dating or other ways being intimate with a partner. As a trans person myself, having the bottom surgery was such a life-changing event, and it was really difficult navigating your whole new body, finding out everything, and then being thrusted into the dating scene. It was just a lot, and that's why Beducated is such an amazing platform and why I recommend it as much as I am. And they have over 100 online courses, everything ranging from safe personal boundaries, and one that I truly recommend is online dating with Haley Quinn. Not Harley Quinn, Haley Quinn. How you should set everything up, connecting with other people, setting up a day to meet, and it's just such a great tool if you're starting off dating or if you haven't online dated before. And I definitely recommend it. It's such an amazing course. But if this sounds interesting to you, you can actually use my discount code right now, Mathilda. Use my discount code Mathilda, click the link down below or in my top comment and use the discount code Mathilda to get 40% off the yearly pass on Beducated, or try all of the courses free of charge for 24 hours, and you can cancel it whenever you want to, so you can actually watch all of the online courses for 24 hours free of charge if you want to. And please do remember, whenever you support a company that I work with, you also support me as well. But without further ado, let's get into the rest of these questions. How often do you dilate? For those who aren't aware, dilation is something you have to do after having the bottom surgery, keeping everything open and intact. So yeah, you can actually look it up. You can search on Google if you want to know more. But since I had that bottom surgery such a long time ago, I don't actually have to dilate that much. I do it more than I should. Not that I should, but I do it more than I have to. It's just I want to keep everything, you know, the same depth. And actually, since, as I said, I had it such a long time ago that I wouldn't actually lose any depth if I stopped for a while. But I just want to be sure. So I actually dilate once a week, even though I had it like 10 years ago. And I know that that's much. As I said, I want to keep everything. How does it work with checkups after SRS? So after you have your SRS, you have to come back, or like the first week stay at the hospital, and then after like maybe a month after having the surgery, you have to come back and just do a checkup, and then it's 3 months, then it's a year, and then you're done. However, since I've had a few complications with my SRS, with my bottom surgery, I have had a few more checkups than I need to. So I actually like come back once a year, not every year. The last 2 years I've been to a few checkups actually. So yeah, but that's just because I had complications. What surgeries or procedures have you had? I've had an SRS, 2 revisions, breast augmentation. I have removed or shaved down my Adam's apple. I've had lip fillers, and I've had chin filler. So yeah, that's the procedures I've had. And also I'm on HRT. So that's everything, I think. Yes, that's everything. I want to do a nose job, but that might be in the future. Maybe, I'm not sure. Is it true that you can get a tugging feeling when feeling aroused? This is a complication I've heard can happen after SRS. I have heard about this as well, that some girls feel this tugging sensation inside of them after having the SRS. This is a very uncommon or a very rare complication I've heard, and not something I have, or I haven't met someone who've had this, but it can happen, and there are plenty of complications that can happen, and I've had a few as well, as I said. Yeah, but I don't have this complication. Can everyone get a feminine voice after transitioning? Yes and no. Your voice is very dependent on your genetics or who you are as a person. When I transitioned, I had quite an androgynous voice to begin with, and then I did my voice training or voice lessons with a vocal coach to get a higher pitched and more feminine sounding voice. So that's what I did, but you can also get a vocal cord surgery to get a higher pitch. There are a few complications with having such a surgery, and it might not actually help you in sounding more feminine, just getting a higher pitch. It's very dependent on your genetics or when you went through your transitioning. I had a pretty androgynous voice, as I said, so it was not really that difficult to get a more feminine sounding voice. However, my personal opinion, I don't know if anyone agrees with me or not, but I think that my voice sounds masculine. However, I think that that's due to me having gender dysphoria and not really grounded in real life. I'm not sure. That's just me. That's what I think. I think that my voice sounds pretty masculine. I don't know if anyone agrees with me, but that's what I think. But yeah. Did you have to do pelvic exercises after surgery? No, or maybe I did. I don't remember. It was such a long time ago. But for me, I decided on doing it myself. So sometimes I do it. I don't do it on a regular basis just because I'm a lazy queen and I don't have the self-discipline that it takes to do it like regularly. That's a hard word, but yeah, I do it sometimes, and they do actually have a few exercises about that on Beducated, and last time I collaborated with them, I actually talked about that course, so you can check it out if you want to. I do really recommend it, and I have heard that it can improve your intimate time. I recommend that. Parents' approval to transition puberty blockers. Yes, you do need your parents' approval if you're under 18 getting any sort of HRT or surgery or whatever. I don't know where you live, but here in Sweden, where I live, you definitely need your parents' approval to start HRT. However, I'm not entirely sure that you need your parents' approval to, start talking to a psychologist. I'm not really 100% sure on that, so don't quote me on that, please. I don't want to see hateful comments down below. I don't know, but you definitely need your parents' approval if you want to start any form of HRT, hormone replacement therapy, for those who aren't aware what HRT stands for. Do you get a wheelchair after SRS surgery? No, I did not. I'm not entirely sure how it works in other countries. For the first 24 hours, or, oh my god, wait, like memory unlocked? That was so crazy. I was like, no, you do not. But yes, I did. I did get a wheelchair. I don't know why I'm sitting here lying. Skank. Sorry, yes, you do get a wheelchair. That's just like so crazy when a memory just like unlocks in your brain. Yes, I did get a wheelchair to move around when I couldn't walk. For the first 24 hours, you shouldn't stand up, or you can't stand up for basically obvious reasons. But then after that, they want you to stand up and walk around a little bit just to get the blood flowing so you don't get any complications after having the SRS. But then you do actually get a wheelchair, because later on, since you stay at the hospital for like 7 days, it's very difficult for some days to walk around, since you have like tubes and a lot of things attached to your body. So I remember when my friends visited me, we went to the cafeteria downstairs at the hospital, and obviously it was really difficult for me to walk around that long, so I had a wheelchair. And that's crazy, because I didn't remember it before, but now I do remember I had my own wheelchair for the entire stay. So yeah, I don't know why I said that I didn't have a wheelchair. Maybe I wanted all the wheelchairs to myself. I don't know. And the most common frequently asked question I've answered multiple times. Yes, I have. Can I have the big O? Yes, I can. Does it look normal? Yes, my vajayjay looks normal after having the surgery. I haven't had any complaints whatsoever. No, it's not a wound. And something I didn't know before having the SRS, and something that I think people should talk about more, it's the tightness of your vajayjay after having the surgery. Since it's not cisgender vagina, it's a neovagina. And even though the doctors and surgeons are so good at making it look like a cisgender vagina, it doesn't really 100% functions as one. Tightness, it's kind of tight sometimes, and that's why I dilate as much as I do, just to get it not as tight. So yeah, this is so uncomfortable. I'm uncomfy. But yeah, so that's all of the questions I wanted to talk about today. But don't forget to check out the online courses and check out Beducated. Remember, discount code Mathilda to get 40% off the yearly pass. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys!